everything is interdependent. Everything relies upon causes and conditions that bring us into being. Sometimes we may not be aware of, or we may not think about the causes and conditions that allow us to do things. There's a story of the little boy riding a train, and this story can only come from Japan because in this story, he's riding the train by himself. And the conductor comes into the cab where the boy is seated by himself, and he sees no parents around, so he talks to the boy, and the boy says, "Oh no, I'm fine, I'm traveling by myself." And the conductor asks him, "How will you know when to get off? Are things okay?" And the boy says, "Yeah, oh, I'm fine." And he's playing with his things, and he's fine. And as time goes by, he's traveling along, and there's a couple of hours go by, and the boy is still there, and he seems to be okay, and he's eating his lunch, and the conductor keeps looking in on him. And he's amazed that this boy is so confident as he's traveling along in this train, and he is, I guess, curious about the confidence that this source of the confidence of this boy. And so he watches, he checks in on this boy every once in a while. And as the train begins to pull into a station, he goes back to the boy, and the boy is sitting there, and in the bag that's next to him is an alarm clock, and the alarm clock is ringing. And so the boy knows that he can get off at the next station. And again, this can only work in Japan because the clocks are timed and the trains are timed. If it was anywhere else, he'd probably get off at the wrong station or halfway between two stops. But so his mother had packed this alarm clock in this bag that would go off at a time, and when it went off, he had to get up, and it was the station that he had to get off on. The confidence that this boy had is because of the relationship, the concern of his mother, of course, the relationship that he shares with his mother. We think of ourselves as often as independent, especially within our society, within our culture, as independent kind of individuals that succeed because of our own efforts. And we are mindful, of course, of the many causes and conditions that bring us into existence and allow us to do the kinds of things, but they're kind of secondary. They're not necessarily at the forefront of how we engage ourselves with the world around us. And Buddhism is telling us that this way of viewing the world, when we have as secondary the causes and conditions that surround us, that we are immersed in, that if we don't pay attention to that, we can cause difficulties for ourselves and for others. But we need to be mindful of this interdependency, that the relationships that we share with the world around us have profound consequences that have a deep importance in our lives. Interdependency is a basic idea in Buddhism. That we are mindful of that helps us interact with the world around us. When we make decisions regarding the kinds of simple things that we do in our lives, if we are mindful of the interdependency that we share with the world around us, that can guide us in our decisions. It can make our decisions meaningful, have substance, that we don't ignore the causes and conditions that influence our lives. All of these kinds of decisions that we are involved in, the choices that we make, have profound effects on the world around us.